If you're someone who has found yourself saying that there's pee in the dating pool, or you've asked yourself, how do I know that she wants me and not just my money? And you desire a godly spouse, but find yourself going in between society's rules, unrealistic expectations, and standards that oppose godly design, this video is going to show you how to navigate the part before marriage, how to navigate dating and relationships in wisdom and without being weird. Have you ever noticed that doing dating the right way can start to feel like it's putting you at a disadvantage? Or have you noticed that spiritual maturity and emotional intelligence don't always get rewarded in modern dating? Have you ever noticed how dating feels harder for people who take God, commitment, and character seriously? Deep down, you know the issue is not that there are no godly mates. Your standards are not too high. You're not asking for too much. And you know that settling would quiet the loneliness, but it would definitely cost you your peace, maybe even your destiny. But you're not sure what wisdom to apply to navigate the dating pool. In today's video, I'm showing you godly wisdom for navigating dating as a Christian. Wisdom that reshapes the way you approach dating without over spiritualizing every interaction or becoming unapproachable. Wisdom that cultivates discernment while still allowing connection to form naturally. Today's video is about building up believers in godly wisdom so that you're walking in alignment, showing up with confidence, and connecting with people who share the same values. Not just waiting for intentional relationships, but living in alignment and attracting people who reflect it. Because alignment is not something you chase, it's something that you embody. Most people have an idea of the partner that they want shaped by godly principles, life experiences, and their heart's desires. But navigating the part that actually brings this person into your life, that's where we need the Lord's help. That's the one. I'm going to give you wisdom that actually positions you to meet the person that you're praying for. So here's the part no one tells you. The reason why what you're looking for hasn't shown up yet is not a reflection of your self-worth. It's a reflection of how consistently you've been living in the wisdom that God has given you. Too often we focus on the people who have walked away because they couldn't handle our standards instead of staying aligned so the right one can find us. We get distracted by who left instead of remaining on the path that will bring the right people into our lives. If not by alignment, how will your person be led to you? How will they encounter you? Write this down. How are you setting yourself up to be found? This reframed everything for me. People who are not aligned will not understand godly wisdom nor care to apply it because it does not benefit their motives and desires. Run that strict program because there are other people out there running strict programs and seeing the results that they deserve and desire. Operate in spiritual maturity and emotional intelligence, even if it's not appreciated or reciprocated. Don't dumb yourself down for the sake of people who are not willing to live in that space. People that want to experience the benefits of doing so will become an active participant of that strict program, of that emotional intelligence, of that spiritual maturity, if they truly want a good thing with you. Healthy communication, respect, intentional pursuit, consistency are all good things that yield good results. They yield good things. Here is timeless wisdom for the part before marriage. If you want to run a strict program in 2026, skip to We Strict over here. Key number 1. Don't let people who aren't willing to live by the same godly standards turn you away from showing up as the person who encounters what they've been praying for. I can tell you from personal experience, people that don't align will not align with your life. As simple as that. When people don't align with you, what they're really showing you is that they're unable to do life with you. They are not graced for you. They don't have capacity for who you are and godly identity. And 9 times out of 10, they have no desire to do so. Now, there are those cases where God does a work, or maybe a couple seasons later, he do his big one, and now this person is ready. They've been transformed. They're walking in their godly identity as the new creation that God intended. But today we're talking about the people that are not. People who are not aligned will not understand godly wisdom in dating because they have no desire to. It doesn't benefit their desires or motives. They have to show up in the character of God and the likeness of God and the fruits of the Spirit. And they more than likely have not been living that way prior to crossing paths with you. So it's undesirable, it's challenging, it's uncomfortable for them, and it's not something that they desire to do at this moment. Meaning, where they normally get frustrated, now they have to exhibit patience and grace. Or, for instance, they've experienced trauma and now they have to work on healthy communication, growing vulnerability, building trust with someone else. And sometimes people are not ready to be this person. And you are not weird if they don't understand that you are intentionally just the opposite. They're comfortable with the runaround, the theatrics, the adrenaline of doing things their way, even though it hasn't worked for them because they too are not experiencing the life that they desire. But hey, I'm just the messenger. Key number 2, run that strict program. We strict over here. What's crazy now is culture calls the bare minimum strict. But truthfully, it's because those who get what they deserve don't leave room for those who oppose it. People are beginning to run strict programs because they're tired of being breadcrumbed, tired of being played with, deceived, strung along, and not taken seriously. You're a victim. They've realized, you know what? What I've been doing, what I've allowed, it's not working for you, girl. And on the other side of not being intentionally pursued and not actively working towards marriage because it's a situationship, there is honor, action, and consistency. So run that strict program. If you desire daily communication and healthy conversations about expectations and accountability, emotional availability, and consistent quality time, make that the requirement for access to you. If you don't want to experience empty promises, people not keeping their word, then don't tolerate it anymore. Make these things the requirement for entry and continue enrollment in your program. And if you see that this person is not willing to give you these things, then they will be released from the program. Run the program such that it aligns with the way you desire and deserve to be treated. The key to not being weird about this is confidence. Confidently live out what you believe in. When people say you doing too much, you asking for too much, it don't take all that. The key is letting people misunderstand you and continuing to stand on business. Don't feel bad about the program that you're running because there are other people out there running strict programs too. And because they're running strict programs, they're getting what they actually want. They're getting what they're hoping for. They are seeing what they desire in relationships, dating, and even marriage. And the blessing is they too are looking for people like you. They're looking for other people running strict programs. So ask God to connect you to people who align with your program. Become someone who receives the fruit of running a program that embodies what you deserve. Key number 3, emotional intelligence and spiritual maturity make you desirable. Other like-minded people are looking for you. You are a rarity in a pool of people who are succumbing to worldly standards and design in dating. Emotional intelligence and spiritual maturity are not weird. And the people who make you feel weird for operating this way are the ones that you should be concerned about. While not appreciated or reciprocated in many cases, the two actually go hand in hand because they're required for you to steward and sustain that thing, the livelihood of that thing. Truthfully, how many of us want to constantly be walking in tension with our partner, trying to persuade them to be interested in and passionate about the things of God, having to beg and convince them to pursue purpose with you, to go to prophetic conferences, godly events, to be a part of godly community, even to go to church, child. Be that person who is also ready to receive someone walking in self-awareness. You live in the moment and take a breath to acknowledge what you're feeling and why. You understand how your emotions affect your thoughts, your decisions, the way you show up, your behaviors. You manage your emotions rather than letting them control you. You keep your peace under pressure. You delay impulse response and you respond thoughtfully. You are managing relationships effectively, communicating well, resolving conflict. This is what emotional intelligence looks like. And walk in spiritual maturity, understanding that people who do not align with you will also not align with your lifestyle. And to accept this is wisdom. Choosing to stick to what you know God showed you, what you know is godly, what you know is wisdom, what you know will produce fruit. Even if people exit your life, don't appreciate it, if they dishonor you, if they challenge you because of it, because God is a rewarder of diligence, and you are diligently looking to live your life in a way that aligns with godly design. And because you have sought the kingdom, its principles, its design, and actively engaged it by living as the blessing that you desire, the things you've requested of God, the things that He has for you, will be added to your life. Don't water yourself down for people who aren't willing to live in this space. People who want to experience the fruits of a good thing with you will align. The version of you waiting to encounter the person that you're praying for is no longer receiving, accepting, or living by cultural practices, standards, or design. You are no longer familiar with foolishness. You do, in fact, accept an invitation to Cheesecake Factory for the first date. And you're no longer doing everything you can to gain access to a test drive because you know the manufacturer. And he calls a wife a good thing. You're becoming the answer to someone that is also praying for you because you embody alignment. You might think, I've tried to do it God's way, but I don't get the desired results. Try again with new mindset, having been renewed in mind, having been built up in faith, knowing that you can ask God to align you with what you're praying for, with what He has for you, and He will do it. Because His word says, if we know that He hears us, then we know we have what we ask for. 1 John 5:15. Set yourself up to be found and encountered, and you'll notice an experience that is aligned with people who are looking for the same. Now, this is not foolish, it's wise counsel, it's alignment. So if you want more videos on how to practically apply God's word and see fruit in your life, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Now let's do life practically and with purpose. See y'all next time.